And what is the exact purpose of doing this type of study?
So since my high school, I was really fascinated with numbers. So I just chose statistics because of my fascination with numbers, and it went well with me. And with statistics, I was also pursuing economics as my elective subject in graduation. So in the masters, I also uh, was due to my interest took masters in economics.
Now, describe India in world scenario.
So historically, India has been one of the most important part of the globe. India has been one of the most important exporter to the world since centuries,
Mhm.
and currently, India is one of the most important powers in Asia and a very important global power. India has been the most important power in the Indian Ocean. India has been growing rapidly, having a huge demographic transition period, which will last till 2025. So we have the youngest population in the world, and this gives us an opportunity to grow even further for next 4 decades. So it's India will soon become a superpower.
Okay. And what about in COVID times? What did India done?
Uh, so the actions by the government in India were among the most proactive actions in the world, as given by many reports, because we had most timely lockdown and we had a good ecosystem for the government rules. And even
Okay.
after the
Okay.
first wave
Okay.
was
Okay.
gone, we were prepared.
Okay. India emerged in the world as a big brother in COVID time and also. Now, tell me
Yes,
about
sir.
अपस्फा अपस्फा कानून के बारे में आप क्या जानते हैं?
Sorry, sir.
अपस्फा कानून के बारे में आप क्या जानते हैं?
Apostha. So I have
No, no,
been. I can.
not अपस्फा, अपस्फा, अपस्फा कानून, आपस्फा.
Acha, AFSPA. Yes, sir. AFSPA.
हाँ,
Fine. The AFSPA has been active in the regions where there has been violation of peace and integrity of the country. So basically, currently it is active in 4 states: Assam, Arunachal Pradesh,
hmm,
Meghalaya,
hmm.
and Nagaland. So,
Are
sir,
you are you sure about Meghalaya?
sir, no, sorry, sir, I was wrong. It's Mizoram.
I think it's not Mizoram.
Okay, sir, I am missing this fourth state. I am not sure about the fourth state currently. But three I'm sure: Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and Nagaland. Three I'm sure.
Okay.
So these states have been the forces have been given special
इस
powers in these
समय
states.
आपका आपका केवल 3 स्टेट्स में है और वो भी पार्शियली है, कंप्लीटली नहीं। जैसे कि असम में है, नागालैंड में है और मणिपुर में है जरूर, लेकिन वहां पे जो इम्फाल म्यूनिसिपल काउंसिल है उसको हटा सकते हैं, ठीक है। और अरुणाचल प्रदेश में भी आपका लगा हुआ है।
Yes, sir, Arunachal. Oh, Manipur was.
हाँ,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
मणिपुर होगा, मिजोरम और मेघालय नहीं होगा। आपने मुझे कंफ्यूज कर दिया,
Yes, sir, I
इसलिए
was
मुझे
confused.
तुरंत गूगल करना पड़ा। चलिए।
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
अब
And
आप
so
ये
here,
बताइए। ओके।
okay.
अब आप ये बताइए कि आपका कानून जब लग जाता है तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की क्या पोजीशन होती है, या स्टेट पुलिस की क्या पोजीशन होती है, और आर्मी की पोजीशन क्या क्या हो जाती है, आप बताइए।
So under this, the army has been given the highest power in the state, even above the police, and the army is allowed to. Army would not be prosecuted by state or even the courts in case of human rights violations. So army can take any actions to protect the integrity and sovereignty of the country in the
तो
region
क्या
and to maintain peace.
as you had told, army can take any action, so which type of action army can they kill anyone?
Yes, sir. Even killing is allowed, but in extreme situations only.
Okay, but it has seen that they violate human rights many times using AFSPA.
Yes, so sometimes we have seen the cases of this human rights violations also. Yes, sir.
You agree? Okay. Now tell me about sedition law.
So sedition law, so historical aspect also.
आप जो भी जानते हैं बताएं.
Fine, sir. Sir, sedition law was brought in the 19th century by the British government to control the voices of the people that was raising against their own government.
Okay.
So that law has been.
Okay. What is the present status of this?
The sedition law still is existing in IRPC, the law, and it has been allowed by the Supreme Court in various cases also.
Okay. अभी रिसेंटली सेडिशन लॉ के अंडर में कुछ लोग अरेस्ट किए गए हैं, तो उनके हमें नाम बताइए.
So I cannot recall the names.
Okay. इंटेलिजेंस ब्यूरो का जो मेन जॉब रोल है एकदम एग्जैक्ट, वो क्या करते हैं, किस किस के साथ कोऑर्डिनेशन बना पाते हैं, ये हमें बताइए. अब हमें समझिए, क्योंकि बहुत से लोगों ने हमें समझाया नहीं ठीक से. आपको इसको ऐसा बताना है ताकि मैं समझ जाऊं, क्योंकि मुझे कुछ नहीं पता.
Fine, sir. So Intelligence Bureau is one of the most important intelligence organization of India. Its role is basically to analyze the security situation in the region and report it to the Ministry of Home Affairs directly, and so that the forces can be located in the region. And it also plays the role of coordination.
जैसा कि आपने कहा कुछ दिक्कत है तो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स को. सपोज यूपी में कहीं पर आरडीएक्स का कलेक्शन उसको मिलता है कि 100 केजी आरडीएक्स कलेक्टेड है, तो यूपी में कलेक्टेड है किसी एरिया में, और ये रिपोर्ट राइट करेंगे, टाइप करेंगे और फैक्स करेंगे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स को, ऐसा कुछ.
No, sir, not always. Like if in some cases it can directly report the police and police can take proactive action immediately.
Okay.
Or even it can go its own process.
Okay. Now अब मुझे समझ में आया है इसका जॉब. ठीक है, समझाने वाली बात की, डिफिनीशन बताने वाली बात नहीं है. तो आप जितना भी अब आईबी का रोल बताइएगा, समझाने वाला बताइएगा, डिफिनीशन वाली लैंग्वेज में मत बताइएगा. ठीक है?
Fine, sir. Fine, sir.
ओके, बताइए.
Sir, Intelligence Bureau basically it has a role to correct the security situation in the region. If there's any security violation, it will go and try to control the situation by reporting ministry or locating the force immediately. And also it will maintain the coordination between all the ministries and departments and even the intelligence organization like RAW and NTR and everyone in the region.
Okay.
So that there is a complete security control.
There are many intelligence agencies like DRI, NTR, JCB and IB. So who is the head of all these intelligence agencies?
Can I take a guess? I'm not
Okay.
So I don't think there's one head of the agency, because some are under PMO, some are under MHA, and some are under, like CBI is under Ministry of Personnel. So I don't think there's one head.
Okay. Now tell me that how will you be a fruitful candidate, a fruitful officer in intelligence bureau?
First I will tell you my education qualification has a direct correlation with the job requirements of IB, because I've done statistics. So basically I will be a asset for Directorate of Revenue, Director General of Revenue.
No, and Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI.
Okay, yes sir. Yes sir, for the DRI, because of the statistics and the data work. And secondly, for the IB directly, I will be important for the economics, the course I'm doing, for the role of money laundering and the economic financial situation going on in the country, which can be a harm to national security.
Okay. अगर आपको आईबी में रहते हुए अंडरकवर एजेंट बनना है, तो आप कितने तरीके के रोल परफॉर्म कर पाओगे?
So basically, there's no limit on this. I can play any number of roles, I think.
ओके, तो आपको समोसा बेचने वाला बनाया जाए, आप बन पाओगे?
Of course, sir, definitely.
ओके, ठीक है। आपको मैं बता रहा हूँ कि एक शहर है कराची। कराची के शहर में एक गली है। आपको उस गली में, उस कॉरिडोर में समोसे का आपको स्टॉल लगाना है, ठीक है। अब वहाँ उस गली में कुछ घर हैं जो आपको बता दिए जाएंगे। वहां पर लोगों के आने जाने वाले जो लोग हैं उन पर नजर रखनी है, वहां से इंटेलिजेंस गैदर करना है, कितने लोग आते हैं, कि कब आते हैं, पूरी उनका जो भी चाल ढाल है, टाइमिंग है, जो भी है, सब आपको पता करना है। अब आप बताइए, आप जीरो लेवल से अपने लिए क्या क्या अरेंजमेंट्स करेंगे, गवर्नमेंट से क्या क्या डिमांड्स करेंगे, और क्या क्या चीजें आपके लिए नेसेसरी हैं वहां पर स्टॉल लगाने के लिए और इंटेलिजेंस गैदर करने के लिए, और अपनी खुद की सिक्योरिटी के लिए भी आप क्या क्या इंतजाम सोच पा रहे हैं?
So first of all, I'll request the government to make a passage for me to go into the country and give me some legal documents of Pakistan, so that in case there's any inspection, I have some documents of the country to show. Once I get these documents and all, and I get a safe passage to the country, I will live for at least some months in the outside by areas, and I'll try to know about the area, what kind of people go from there, and what kind of stalls are there, and then I'll get up in the dress up and I'll just start my role in the place.
ओके, और आप वो जो स्ट्रीट है, उसकी मैपिंग, उसकी रेकी, वो सब उसके बारे में जरा बताइए कि आप अपनी सिक्योरिटी का इंतजाम कैसे करेंगे?
So like the 1 month when I'll be staying in that place, in those 1 month, I'll have my different dresses. I'll not stay at the same address. After every some days, I'll change my address and I'll go from the streets in different dresses, not in never in the same type of dress and never in the
ओके,
same type of look.
ठीक है।
So I'll just
आप इंटरेक्शन बढ़ाने के लिए क्या जुगाड़ लगाएंगे?
So interaction, I'll also request the government to make my contacts with the already posted officer or any person in the region, so that I have a bit information about the region from advance. So then I try to make some contact, not directly, but through the person who I trust completely and has been
Okay.
appointed for me by the government.
Okay. Now, suppose India is without any intelligence agency. So, what will be the picture of India?
So it will be very difficult to imagine India without intelligence or agency because of our hostile neighbors and indefinite threats from all over the boundaries and even internal from India. There's always a situation going on in India to break India in parts, and everyone is willing to do that. So basically, it is the intelligence which is controlling the situation and defending India against these all the threats.
आप धर्म परिवर्तन के बारे में जानते हैं? और शायद
Yes,
आपसे
sir.
सवाल में पूछ चुका हूँ।
Yes, sir.
पूछ चुके हैं ना?
Yes, sir, Banshu.
ये रिपीट होंगे। इंडिया में सोशल सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज क्या क्या है, आप बताइए।
So one of the biggest social security issue is patriarchy. Women are treated lower to the men due to the self-limiting mindset of the women and even superiority feeling in the men since centuries. Second is the class discrimination and caste discrimination. Both discrimination have kept people away from the opportunities and help and led them to their poor growth. So third is going the employment situation in the country. We have the highest unemployment going on in the this whole 2 decades, even 4 decades, and this employment has been a problem of poverty and all other financial distresses people are facing. And yes, sir, these are the main top 3 situations. Unemployment, class and caste discrimination, and the patriarchy. These 3 are the top 3.
Okay. What will be the future security issues for India?
So one of the biggest future security issues that I see right now is Afghanistan. So Afghanistan, and second I see is Naxalism. As Manmohan Singh ji once said, that Naxalism is the biggest threat to India's national security. So Naxalism from internal and from external, I could say Afghanistan, because of and then I see three-front war from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and China. All the three neighbors are hostile neighbors, and we do not expect the three of them to have a peace talk going on in near future, because all three are hostile
Okay.
currently. So we
एंड
can
और ये एक अफगानिस्तान का इशू हो गया जो हमारे लिए भविष्य में खतरा है, लेकिन भविष्य में और भी बहुत से खतरे मैं देख पा रहा हूँ, उनके बारे में आप
Yes,
कुछ नहीं बता पा रहे हैं, बताइए।
So one is in Indian Ocean. China has been building enclaves and getting islands.
Okay. Second is ocean. Now you have to tell total 5. You have told me 2, Afghanistan and Indian Ocean region.
And so one is Naxalism going on in the northeastern region. It's on a decline, but still.
Okay, 3.
So one is border issues crossing from the Myanmar and Bangladesh.
Border issues, Afghanistan और maritime issues, Indian Ocean, ये सब बहुत पहले से है, ठीक है। अब ऐसे issues के बारे में सोचिए जो फ्यूचर में हो सकते हैं, और आज इनके कुछ हम लोग साइंस देख पा रहे हैं, उनके कुछ हमें चिन्ह या फिर उनके कुछ संकेत हमें मिल पा रहे हैं।
Okay, so one is about the Nepal. Nepal has been going away from India currently.
No, stop. What is about space security? What is about
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cyber security. Yes, sir. Cyber warfare.
Cyber warfare is another thing, and space security is another thing.
Yes, sir.
Both are different from each other. And bio warfare, drone attacks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As we have recently faced issues, but little issues with all these. अभी जम्मू एयरबेस में 2 ड्रोन ने अटैक किए।
Yes, sir.
ये बहुत बड़ा इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर है हमारे लिए कि जम्मू एयरबेस पे 2 ड्रोन आकर के अटैक कर देते हैं और छत टूट जाती है, कुछ अधिकारी घायल हो जाते हैं। अगर उसी समय ये 2 की जगह 200 या 2000 होते तो कहानी बहुत खराब होती और बहुत बड़ा हमला होता है।
Yes, sir. Fine. Definitely, sir.
Now tell me 5 mistakes of Modi government.
So I cannot recall any mistake directly, but I think not the mistake, but some of the implementation gaps I can name.
Okay.
Like implementation gap. One I can recall is about the demonetization gap. During demonetization, we had just implementation. The policy was good, but just the implementation gap was there in the policy. And I cannot recall the mistakes of the government directly.
Recently, PM Modi has declared that he will repeal all 3 agri-bills, 3 farm bills. So I think it is a big political move from BJP government. Do you think so?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Oh, what do you think?
So I think the laws they were drafted, but at that point we could not take all the stakeholders into confidence. Like there were so many protests from Punjab, Haryana, even Tamil Nadu. So the laws we can formulate again and we can pass again by taking all the stakeholders into confidence. We have just taken back the laws. And
how this decision taken by PM Modi is directly related to internal security of India?
So internal security is like we have given an opportunity to other organizations and the insurgents that even if they raise their voice, the government can take action. So indirectly, we have given an indication, indirectly, that if there are protests, then government can listen.
चलिए इस सवाल को डिस्कशन में मैं आपसे बातचीत करूंगा। Now tell me the basic difference between communalism and communism.
So communism is a kind of government where all the assets of the society assets are with the society, not with individual, and people are given uh, benefits based on their work done. But communalism is based on the religion, like dividing religion on the basis of their habits or their culture and breaking them. It's like a dividing force.
आत्मनिर्भरता भारत के लिए कितना जरूरी है?
So we have seen in the COVID period, Atmanirbhar Bharat was the most important thing we felt, because during the COVID, we had shortage of oil palm, we had shortage of even medicine, raw material, because we were dependent on other countries. So we have to be Atmanirbhar, we have to have our own domestic production, so that even if there's another future situation or crisis, we have our own domestic production.
बट आत्मनिर्भर भारत की इतनी बड़ी योजना लॉन्च करते हैं गवर्नमेंट अपनी, इसके बावजूद अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का रेशियो वेरी हाई है। तो क्या ये जमीन पर नहीं उतर रही है ये योजना, या फिर क्या बताना चाहेंगे आप?
So it's a start of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana. So basically, now the Atmanirbhar Bharat will lead us to higher global value chains, integration. We will have higher investment in the country. So these all will definitely make a rise in employment. So unemployment will definitely fall with this scheme.
How much India is dependent on China?
So India is dependent on China since history. Like we have had a relation with China since huge time. We had the Silk Route going on, and currently we are dependent on the raw material from China. We are dependent from China for investment. There are many investment of China, and indirectly we are dependent because. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. And we have reverse coming from China. We have reverse coming from China to here. So let's pause video pause.
It's okay from my side. It's okay. Continue speaking. आप बोलते रहिए. Continue speaking.
Okay, fine, sir.
Fine.
So we have dependent. As I was saying, first we are dependent on the raw material from China. Secondly, we are dependent from the investments. Sorry, sir, आवाज.
हाँ बताइए, बोलते रहिए. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Now you're audible.
Okay.
But yes, sir.
ठीक है. क्या आवाज में कुछ दिक्कत हो रही है? बताइए क्या दिक्कत हो रही है, किस तरफ से?
No, sir, not audible.
Okay, now I'm audible or not? Yes, now it is okay.
So,
okay, now it is okay. Okay.
Yes, sir, now okay.
Okay. In the time of COVID, India has played a very crucial role to humanity. So tell how.
So we are the pharmacy of the world. So basically, India has provided vaccine for free to almost all our neighbors, including Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, and even Sri Lanka, and even Maldives. So this was a free initiative, except that India has been providing vaccine through Gavi to. So again, it's paused.
Your voice is coming to me. You continue speaking.
Yes, sir. So we are providing vaccine through Gavi to all the developing nations and all the poor nations in Africa. And even during the main COVID was going on, we provided hydrochloroquine drug to America and European countries so that they can slowly control the COVID.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now tell the relation of India from its all neighbors.
So I'll start with first with Pakistan. So the relationship with Pakistan has been on a fall, has been on a decline because we have not been able to have a talk with them. So it's on a fall.
Okay,
Then, so
wait,
may I go in more?
wait. How cricket can play a crucial role to betterment of India and Pakistan relation?
So cricket is one of the most important part of our countries where all the people meet and all the people are together. This is the part when we can feel that
But
the
but
people
but
are
they,
able to connect with each other.
but they meet only for rivalry. They enjoy the rivalry only. They don't share
So
sweets.
it's
They don't share sweets with each other. They only share some gali galauch, mukka, धक्का मुक्की ये सब. हाँ. So how जो
so
है
like if
कैसे क्रिकेट से हम रिलेशन को बेटरमेंट कर सकते हैं?
so like in this last match also that India and Pakistan had, just we saw that the people of Pakistan were not this time there was no problem in the both the countries. The people were supporting that India played well, and this kind of situation this shows that both the people are able to cooperate with each other. Even if the population is able to cooperate and they are able to understand each other, then we can take this relationship further and have direct talk.
Uh, Now continue the previous question, the relation of India with its neighboring countries.
Okay, so first was Pakistan, then second is China. With China, also our relationship has been falling. We had one declaration, and then also we had Mahamallapudam visit by Chinese president. But since then, we do not have, we have had no peace talk directly with the governments. And on the border, we are seeing direct confrontation within the soldiers and direct infiltration of Chinese in the country. So the relationship is falling. And so with Nepal, a relationship has were on a fall till the last PM only government. But since then, the new president and prime minister of Nepal, they are a bit supportive of Indian. They are almost called pro-government, pro-India. So we can expect the relationship to increase further. But still, the borders are closed. Then is Bhutan. With Bhutan, our relationship has always been good, and it's always the most supportive nation for India in all the meetings. So with Bhutan, our relationship are on the rise since ever. So with Myanmar, with the military coup and Janta government forming right now, our relationship with Myanmar are not, we cannot comment directly because we haven't had a direct talk since then. So it's an ambiguous relationship going on. With Bangladesh government, we have Sheikh Hasina government, and the relationship have been on a continuous rise. Sheikh Hasina government has always been supportive of India and Indian policies. So we have small issues, but the relationship are growing. But and with in the south, our relationship with Maldives, it's on a rise with Ibrahim Soli government. It's on the peak. We can say it's a golden period going on with Maldives. India is having continuous investment in the country, so it's on a rise. But with Sri Lanka, the relationship is in a fall. So with Sri Lanka, the government is allowing Chinese investment and Indian investment and Japanese investment together have been removed by the government of Sri Lanka. So with the pro-Chinese nature of the government, we can say the relationship is on a fall.
Okay. How can you say that Pakistan is a big threat to the humanity in the world?
So I cannot hear you clearly.
Okay.
So I cannot hear you.
Okay. How can you say that Pakistan is a big
So I
threat?
cannot hear that.
Now I'm audible or not? Am I
So it's not,
audible?
nothing is audible.
I'm audible. Am I audible? Now I'm audible or not?
No, sir.
I'm audible.
It's video is paused. It's complete.
Okay, okay, wait. It will be connected. I'm audible. I'm audible or not?
So it's only audible. No, sir. Not
Yeah.
clearly until.
Now I'm clearly or not?
No, sir, it's just audible only. I can.
Okay. So the question is.
No, sir. No, sir.
The question is Pakistan is a big threat to peace and humanity in the world, and justify this statement.
Sir, it's still not audible.
Oh,
So I can just see Pakistan is.
wait. Am I audible? Now I'm audible?
Yes. Yes, sir. Now you're.
Okay. Now, as I have said that, justify these lines, Pakistan is a big threat to world peace and humanity.
Okay. So Pakistan has been, as evident from many reports, Pakistan has been supporting terrorism, and it has been sending terrorists through proxy wars in India through Kashmir border. So indirectly, it has been a major threat for India. But if we see from the global level, Pakistan has been supporting the Taliban government directly, indirectly, in many ways. So the rise of terrorism through the region, because Taliban is the mother organization of all the terrorist organizations.
Okay,
So
good.
this is a rise. Fine.
Okay. Okay, all the best, Richard. I'm disconnecting.
Fine.